The following is one of the worst bear attacks ever recorded, which left 7 people dead and 3 more injured. A subspecies of bear called the Ussuri brown bear in Japan is particularly feared due to being much bigger and aggressive than even a grizzly bear and known to attack humans. But on December 9, 1915, one of these bears completed his first kill on the Oda family. The bear broke into the house and attacked the baby, killing him instantly with a savage bite to the head before continuing the attack on the mother, brutally mauling her and dragging her into the forest to finish her off. The bear seemed to develop a love for the taste of human blood and repeatedly broke into several other houses in the next 5 days, killing a total of 7 people and injuring 3 others. Later, the bear was finally shot and killed, and this attack led the community to hunt and kill all of the Ussuri bears in the area to extinction.
Hey.
We got some brisket if you want.
Oh my.
He's opened that door. Oh my god.
Psst. Get out of there.
Oh my god.
No. Hey.
Oh my god, he got it. Whoever's in Pala that is. Oh my god.
Get out of there.
And one. You know that's where he got that food from last night.
Are you serious?
Girl, I am so amazed because I have never.
Hey, one out.
And he done opened the door on the van. Oh!
Get out! Get out of there.
Y'all better stop.
Don't you go down there.
Please don't.
Go down there. Don't go down there.
Oh, Lord, he up in the car. Oh, Lord, he got them popcorns. Look at him. He just wanted some food. Oh.
Play close attention to what they say at the end of this clip.
Oh, back in that car he goes.
Hey, get away from there.
He is not afraid.
Go. Get.
Oh my god, he's scared. You want to try?
What else you got to eat there for him?
Oh my god. Well, you can capture him real easy right now.
He'd bust windows out.
Huh?
He'd bust the windows out.
Oh my god.
Listen closely.
Real easy right now.
He'd bust windows out.
Huh?
He'd bust the windows out.
He said he'll bust the windows out, which I had a dream about that. Bears was kicking down people's doors in their homes, busting out windows in people's vehicles, snatching them up out their vehicle. But he said he'll bust the windows down. Now, check out this next clip. We're gonna see just that.
ايه الكركبة اللي في المطبخ دي؟ مش تظبط الدنيا كده؟ على العموم انا خدت اكل وماشي. المرة الجاية لما اجي الاقي الدنيا انضف من كده. بطلوا عفانة بقى.
Hello there.
All right, here we go.
لما نعوز ندخل من الباب يا إما معانا مفتاح بنفتحه يا إما بنخبط وحد يفتح لنا. أهو ده اللي عمله الدب ده، خبط على الباب علشان حد يفتح له، بس التخبيط كان شديد شوية. واضح إن دب أمين قوي، ملقاش حد هنا ولف ورجع. يا ريتك سرقت حاجة يا أخي، كنت بردت قلب الناس على الباب اللي اتكسر. يعني الباب راح ضحية على ما فيش كده في ثواني.
Alright, so y'all saw the clips. Bears opening car doors. Sometimes multiple bears opening car doors looking for food. And that's the point of this lesson, because I had reoccurring dreams about bears that's going to be terrorizing the people when all hell break loose. So what sparked me to do this lesson was I've been sitting on this screenshot for over a year now. It reads, night out on the town. A Colorado bear opened 8 car doors in one night, causing the Colorado Parks and Wildlife Department to issue a warning. So let's get 2 Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and mischievous women shall bring forth monsters. But the point here is that the wild beasts are going to change their places. This includes bears. They're not going to no longer be in the wilderness, in the jungle, in the wildlife. They're going to be in residential areas, in neighborhoods, apartment complexes, gated communities, because they can climb. Not only that, the Lord is putting a different spirit on them. They no longer being just a wild beast. They're going to start using their intelligence. So the Lord is putting a different spirit on them for the time of judgment that we're coming into. So again, the wild beasts shall change their places. They're not going to be kept in captivity in the zoos no more. Especially when the blackout happened, all those cages going to be let loose. It ain't going to be nobody there to feed them. But they're going to find a lot of food and a lot of garbage and a lot of people that they can eat in residential areas, in your cities, suburbs, etc. But this lesson, I had a bunch of dreams where, it was a dark winter. It was horrible out. Wind, you couldn't see, flurries. But anyways, me and other people, we would be hiding out, different shacks, different houses, and we would have to travel, throughout the cities. And one thing that we all did was we couldn't make just like one long trip. We had to break up the trip because there was wild animals on the loose everywhere. Not to mention Esau and his technology. But there were vehicles everywhere left stranded. So what we would do was mainly move in the middle of the night when it would be dark, and especially when it would be snowing hard. It would be harder for us to be seen, but at the same time, it made it harder for us to see. So we might leave the shack or the barn or the garage that we in, and we'd be like, okay, we see a vehicle over there, maybe 600, 1,000 feet away, just estimating, don't really know how far it was, so we could see off into the distance. We'd be like, okay, we're going to travel to that vehicle, we're going to open the doors, then we're going to stay there overnight or stay there until the snow stopped, just so we could see a little better. So we would travel there, and then after there, we would go somewhere else. But when all hell break loose, all these vehicles going to be scattered all over the place. And those vehicles was places of refuge from the weather and from other things that was going on the outside. So not just me and my band of people, but other people was using these vehicles as a source of cover. But like in the spirit, I was in the midst of some of these vehicles. I saw bears running up on cars, bashing in the car windows, snatching people up out these vehicles. And I can assume, looking for food, because we traveled with whatever food we had on us. Bears can smell that. So that's probably looking for food, or they had seen people run into those vehicles, or they could just smell people inside of the vehicles and it was going to eat the people for food. But we all know that was judgment from YAHAWASHI. But the point is, I saw many grizzly bears busting in car windows, windows off of trucks, windows off of vans. Sometimes 2 and 3 bears on one vehicle pulling the people out, in the middle of the night, especially during these snowstorms, which was when we was highly active. But even besides that, I also, just being in the spirit in the midst of different neighborhoods, I saw bears kicking in people's doors, knocking people's doors down. Yeah, because it's going to be food in these houses too. Bears can smell that. But anyway, the Lord is going to put the spirit, a different level of intelligence on these bears to do that, to bust out car windows, pull out the food, pull out the people, kick in the doors to people's houses, looking for food, pulling out the people, eating them for food. Because these bears, these wild animals, going to be hungry too. And it was primarily the bears that I saw knocking people's doors down. And just like we saw in that clip, let me go back to it. So just like in this clip, that's what I saw. And now it's happening quite a bit because these animals are very powerful. A human can kick down the door. It's nothing for a bear. And that's what I saw. The middle of the night. Imagine, people on the couch, people sleep, they laid out, they either drunk or they high, they pass out from some Xanax, and a bear just kick in your door, come and snatch you up off the couch. I saw that in my dream. But next, we're going to jump to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, 11, we're going to start at verse 15. But for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worship serpents, void of reason, and vile beasts. Thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance. So the Lord, sent wild beasts upon people in the past, pretty much for worshiping these creatures and for other reasons. Verse 16, that they might know that wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. Well, in this case here with Esau, bear hunting is a sport in America. They don't hunt for food. They hunt the bears for sport. And what they do, they put the bear skull on their fireplace or on their living room table or outside in their yard. They skin the bird and they have the bear's fur laid out in the living room for a rug. Or they may kill a bear and they'll stuff the inside of it with cotton. So you have what looks like a live bear in your house. It's just they dissected it, took all the insides out, and filled it with cotton. That's wicked. And bears, they recognize shotguns when they see them now. Because through regeneration, the spirits of those bears come back. And they've been traumatized by shotguns, which is what mainly took them out. So that's why, again, this reads that they might know that wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. And a lot of bears are on the endangered species list, thanks to Esau, the so-called white man. And Esau did wrong, did wickedly, committed iniquity against these bears. Well, by those bears will Esau, the so-called white man, be punished. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions. And the Lord mentioned bears specifically as a form of judgment. And that's what this lesson is dedicated to. That there's going to be wild bears bringing heavy judgment on the people, ransacking the people, taking their food, taking the people, terrorizing the people, haunting them. Because you can't run from a bear. Bears can climb, they can run, they can swim. But also, too, we're going to jump to the book of Jeremiah 15:3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds. This will be judgment concerning Israel, which is coming back to the 2/3, but also to Esau, but also to Esau, the so-called white man. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. So the beasts of the earth is going to be sent. It's going to change their places, be in these residential areas to devour and to destroy. Destroying property, destroying vehicles. All right, people in their tents. If you ain't got the protection of the Lord, them bears coming for you. You in the barn, you in the stable, you sleeping in the tree, them bears coming for you. Also, too, Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. So all the nations of people who devoured the Israelites are going to be devoured. And all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. So this is the point. The Lord said the beasts of the earth will be sent to devour and destroy. So Esau is going to be devoured and destroyed by the very same things that he destroyed, the wild animals. Esau, the cunning hunter, is going to become the hunted. And then as we go down, and they that spoil you thee shall be spoiled. So Esau is going to be spoiled. And who's going to spoil you them? It's going to be us when we get raised up in power. But even in the meantime, Esau took these bears for a spoil. You know, cut down their food supply, killed all the deer for fun, killed the bears, cut down all the trees, destroyed their habitat, robbed the bears, you know, of the things they need for survival. So in turn, the Lord is going to send these bears to these residential areas to spoil you Esau, to take him for a prey. You know, everything Esau got stored up in those houses and wherever else, you know, the Lord going to send those bears to get that up off of Esau. Again, and they that spoil you thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. So the Lord is going to give Esau, the so-called white man, as a prey to us. But not only us, to these wild animals, the lions, the bears, the dogs, crocodiles. Everything is going to be let loose on Esau, the so-called white man, and the 2/3. And you know, white people are big on camping, being in the wooded areas, being in cabins, being in actual campers. They sleep outside, or these bears gonna be coming through for them, you know, knocking their doors down. Also, too, we're gonna get the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, 39. We're gonna start at verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. All spirits are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So in the time of vengeance, the Lord will activate different spirits to carry out his wrath, which is pleasing to YAHAWASHI. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts. So teeth of these wild bears, the dogs, the lions, and scorpions and serpents, and the sword punishing to destruction. So it's going to be a heavy time during a blackout when it's a famine, when society as a whole totally collapsed, when the wild beasts change their places. So you ain't just got to worry about 2/3 niggas breaking in your house, trying to take what you got. Edomites breaking in your house, trying to take what you got. You got to worry about these bears breaking in your house, taking what you got. So it's going to be chaotic out here. That's going to be the time of trouble, such as never was. But that's it for this lesson here. Till next time, Shalom. Oh yeah, I just wanted to show that I had a dream of bears kicking their doors down. And once I saw that clip, I'm like, dang, I gotta do a video on it now, because we actually see it on camera. But until next time, shalom.